This is part 2 of the Train Your Brain exercise on how to become an interior designer. In the first one of this, we talked about how we got here as the designer. We talked about the consultation and we talked about sending the proposal. The next thing that will happen is hopefully they agree to the proposal, which includes your payment terms, includes any other fine print that you need to have in there. Again, more on that in the crash course. So they've approved and they've sent you your deposit. Never ever start work without a deposit. By the way, I don't care if you're charging hourly, you get a deposit, a retainer or a deposit. Most likely the next step that you're going to do is create a direction board. The purpose of the direction board is to give visual confirmation that you heard your client. They need to see and feel like they have been understood, that you got the direction, and this is where they really solidify their confidence in you. It doesn't have to have all the details. If you want to know more about what a direction board should have on it, go to the crash course. I think I also have some videos on this, but go to the crash course. Your direction board will give them an idea of what the future of their space being designed is going to look and feel like. Hopefully they approve that. If they don't, then you come back with a couple changes and iterations based on their feedback, and you make sure that everything you are doing is documented in writing. I promise you, that is a tip that will save you so much anxiety. Your direction board is approved. Now what? Well, this really depends on the scope of the project, but we're going to use this room as an example. So for this room, your next thing would be to have some rough drawings drawn up. You don't necessarily have to have full blueprints here or full CAD drawings, because we're going to make the assumption that no walls were moved here and we're not installing new doors and windows. Let's say that these were here, the wall looked like this. We're doing this more as a decorating phase. If this was something more structural, you would include blueprints, AutoCAD drawings, things like that, and potentially lead up to a rendering. Here we can also do a rendering. But the first thing you want to do is create your floor plan. So you want to know exactly what size everything should be, what the layout is. Make sure you have the right clearance. Okay, it's very important that you know these things. If you don't know what these things are, say it with me now, the crash course. I'm going to continue, but I want you to stop now and in the comments tell me if you have any questions on anything I've said so far. If you want me to talk more about like pricing, like how would you price something like this, let me know in the comments. If you're confused about something I said, let me know in the comments. Once you have your floor plan set, you're going to start speccing. Speccing is specifying all of the pieces and elements that are going to go in the room. This is so important. Your documentation process here is so important. Come back for part 3.